Hey, it is Zennial Gamer, and we're back with another Siege video today. As you can see, we're still flickering around about 50 spots away from G2. We got a little bit of a comeback to make in this video, but in the Siege, but hopefully we'll make a comeback in this video too. So let's move right into it. Okay, so for this first fight, we've got this Molong Tyrannus Jean. And a lot of times I would normally use like Odin, Bastet, Kali, but just to try and show you guys some different comps, we're going to go ahead with this Fran, Perna, and Ganymede. Now, what this is going to do, the Molong's going to Reckless the Perna and allow us to finish it. It's a little bit more slow because we have attribute disadvantage, but we're using the Ganny to control this Tyrannus so that it can't resurrect or do much. And as long as the Molong is dead, there's really not a whole lot of damage over on that side. And then we'll just work down the Tyrannus and the Jean kind of slowly. So you see right there, the Molong just took 21,000 damage. And we'll go ahead and ventilate our Fran, try and stun the Tyrannus. We didn't actually need the stun, it just speeds the fight up a little bit. Ooh, that was a lot of stuns. We didn't like all those stuns. Let's see if we can stun this Jean, because we need to get our... Oh, you know, I saw that coming. This is getting mildly concerning. We should still hopefully be able to ventilate the Perna before it dies again. But they are getting a lot of procs and a lot of stuns over there. Alright, let's try and get rid of this Tyrannus. No. It's still possible to win this fight. Alright, we'll redo this fight the normal way. Trust me, this team actually, that's the first time I've ever lost with that team. I've probably used it 10 or 15 times. That was just... Okay, so we're facing a pretty similar team, except without the Jean control this time. We're going to use the Oki to reset the Tyrannus, and then we're just going to use the Oki also for a little bit of crowd control, and then the Mimir basically to finish off that Molong once it does the Reckless on my Oki. Unless they happen to be incredibly well speed-tuned over there, which is possible, but it's pretty rare that they're speed-tuned that well. So he derps, and then he procs into the Reckless anyway. So we've got our heal back. We'll go ahead and start working down that Molong. Unfortunately, we're going to get the one unwanted Harmony, but it's not really a big deal. This is... it's actually my Swift friend, so she's not going to turn cycle quite as much. But we should still be fine here. Let's go ahead. We've already reset the Tyrannus, so let's go ahead and reset that Harmonia, just to keep them from getting the immunity up. Keep working on the Molong a little bit. Oh, this is going to be one of those days, isn't it? All right. Who do we heal? We healed a Mimir. And then I think that Tyrannus is getting actually back close to his skill, so we better reset him. And we should be good now with the Harmonia gone. Then again, it only takes 6 procs. Alright, we can auto out from here and move on to the next fight. Okay, so we've got another Molong Tyrannus Harmonia. So this time we're going to try Josephine, Cameron, and Masha. Now, I've never tried this comp before, But the idea here is that the Tyrannus is going to target the Josephine, and the Molong will target the Masha. The Josephine gives me a little bit of redundancy against, since there's 2 stunning monsters over there, she gives me a little bit of safety. We're going to use the Cameron to reset that, hopefully to reset the Harmonia and the Tyrannus together. So we'll go ahead and start on this Tyrannus, because if we could finish him off with the reset, that would be nice. Now my Masha, you could see she's a little bit beefy there, and that's exactly the stun we were talking about. Let's see if we can provoke this Harmonia. Of course we can't. Stun? Hey, we got... Seriously. Okay, definitely one of those days. Let's go ahead and reset this Tyrannus a little bit. And I stress a little bit. Stun? We really need a stun at this point. We did get the stun, so that was good. Oh man. Alright, AoE reset. Actually, we reset the Molong, so let's get the provoke there. See if we can finish this Tyrannus before Masha gets beat up too much. Okay, my turn to proc. Ha! My turn to proc! And we'll keep that Molong under control. Can we stun? Nice, one more stun. Okay, RNG goes both ways. That should take away the Harmonia attack bar, and we made it. Oh. Alright, we are good. Moving on to the next fight. Okay, next up we've got this Jean Skogul Beta, and we're going to bring one of our own Skogul's and then use the Bulwark and the Amelia against it. This is one of my more common comps, or probably a lot of people's more common comps. So for this one, we want to target out that Beta first so she doesn't get the chance to resurrect, since that will make this fight go on forever. And we're not too worried about the enemy Jean since we've got our Amelia. So we'll get our rock up now. We're just not going to obviously hit that Skogul because we don't want to turn cycle it. And that Beta is almost gone. It should die to the first rock now. Oh, yeah, we're good. Go ahead and get our buff out, and I don't think I could lifesteal. I think it's about 6,000. Let's see if that's enough. Let's go ahead and try. Yeah, 6,000. Good call. And yep, okay. So that worked out nicely, and now we're pretty good. That's funny. My Skogul is max resist, and the Jean stunned him. You don't see that every day, but we are pretty good at the moment. So this is. Now it's really just a grinding fight. It's really just waiting it out. So we'll probably go ahead and just fast forward the rest of the video from here. Okay, so next we have this Luis Skogul Harmonia. Now with the least 44 HP lead, I'm a little bit hesitant. But my copper is 60k. It should be enough to take out this Skogul. It's going to be a slightly longer fight because there's a ton of heal on that side. But as long as the Skogul drops on that first hit, we should... Ooh. That Luis outsped my Imisetti. I probably should have expected that, but I didn't. So we're not going to be able to kill the copper. Excuse me, we're not going to be able to kill the Skogul. And then we're going to get cut. So here's what we're going to do. We're actually going to boost our Imisetti, because the copper and the bulldozer are fairly close in speed. They're not speed tuned, but we should be good. So if we boost our Imisetti like this, now I'm going to be able to hit that Skogul twice. Once with the dozer, and once with the copper. Pro tip right there. When you know you're going to get cut, try not to get cut. So now we actually should be okay. It's still going to make for a somewhat long fight, but we are we're in pretty good shape here now. There's not enough damage on that side, even with the unwanted harmonies. There's not enough damage over there. And I think we're going to go ahead and boost our self one more time because we're now so far ahead of the cooldown. See, Dozer has had 2 turns left on his cooldown, and she already did her unwanted harmony, so we can just keep popping on her. And is that enough? It's a stun, so we'll take the stun anyway. A little bit of slow. Okay, and that's why we turn cycled ourselves right there, because now I've got my full bulldozer hit. We can finish off the Harmonia, and now the Luis really cannot do anything to us. The Harmonia Unwanted Harmony was the only even little bit of a threat over there. So we'll have our copper up in one more turn, and I think the... well, nope. We'll have to turn cycle one more time through Imisetti. But in the meantime, we'll do a little bit of damage there, and now we should be good to go to finish off this Luis with no shield up. And we'll move on to the next fight. Okay, next up we've got this Commune Fran Odin. So they obviously don't have a Bastet. I actually just did a whole video about countering this team, and of course I don't have my primary monster Mimir, which is who I'd use here, so we're going to put in the Daphnis instead. And our goal here will just be to nuke out this nothing, because we outsped the whole team with no speed lead. Okay, so we'll start off with a skill reset maybe. And go ahead and clear that out. Can we put a sleep on him? Nope. Alright, how about some defense breaks right here? And so what we're going to do right now is actually get rid of this Commune right here, which will put the Odin up to full stacks, and then he can just... which will put the Odin up to full stacks, and then we can just let him waste all of those stacks on the Anavel, and then we can kill him while he has no stacks. We'll work his health down a little bit right now. And she'll work his health back up a little bit. But there we go. So he's out of stacks, and the Fran actually should be on her skill 1 now, I believe. We'll go ahead and restack the Odin. It won't matter at this point because I've got so much healing on my side. See if we can get a defense break, though. That would be nice. And I still can't believe my Daphnis is only like 248, or not even, a little bit less than 248. So I can't believe that he actually outsped that team, but it worked out. And so we'll move on to the next fight. Okay, so next up we've got this Bulwark Tyrannus Luis, and I've never seen this before. So we're going to try Garo Verdin Rakan, using taking advantage of Rakan's new buff, his ability to strip. So hopefully the AI will just throw out the Tyrannus Soul Protection and we can strip it. It'll also let us strip the immunity and the shield from that Luis, and we're just going to keep turn cycling. I know that the Bulwark is going to get one hit off on me when I do this. But that is quite alright, because after that one hit, there's really no damage on the enemy side at all. And so, obviously, we do have attribute... Ooh, perfect, too, because it went on Verd, who's going to heal himself. Obviously, we do have attribute disadvantage with the Bulwark, but by the time we get to the Bulwark, it's 3-on-1, so he's basically just sitting there as a pretty-looking statue for the time being. We give him a couple of stacks right there because it really doesn't matter. This will finish off the Luis. Now, Tyrannus did not use his soul protection. Oh, even better. Unfortunately, he did get me with a couple of provokes. Be nice. Ooh. Honestly, didn't see that coming. I really didn't think my Verd was in danger. I still think I'm fine because they've got nothing over there that can kill this Garo. And both Garo and Rakan are on vampire sets. But that Tyrannus hit that crit on the Tyrannus was really strong. Alright, let's go ahead and get a little bit of healing going. See if we can finish off the Tyrannus. He brings back the Luis. Did I misplay this? I might have gotten a little overconfident here. Let's see. One more hit to finish off the Tyrannus. Actually, we're fine. Like I said, there was no way that they could kill this Garo. It might take a while. It might be a long fight, but there was never anything that was going to allow that Bulwark to kill the Garo. It's not, as far as I can tell, it's not even on violent. But the Bulwark, even if it was on violent, just wouldn't do enough damage. Just makes for a slightly longer fight. See, you see, he did like... Oh, I guess he was on violent. But still, he's doing oh no, it was counters? Yeah, I guess it was counters, but he's doing 2,000 damage per hit, so he wouldn't have been able to kill the Garo no matter what. Okay, so there we go. We are moving on to the next fight. Okay, so we've got this Nephthys, Juno, and John. And I will admit, I'm a little bit worried about this one. My preference here would be to use double Beast Riders, but I've already used the Masha. Then my second preference would be to use Amelia, but I've already used her. And we do have to take this this particular one to finish off this base. So I am leaning towards going with the Ciara Wusa Barbara, and hoping we can just kill that Juno on the first turn if we outspeed. Rolling the dice slightly here, but Barbara's fast. She's over 250 plus the speed lead, and she's gonna reduce that Juno attack bar. So no will runes over there. We did outspeed as we thought. Wow, the Juno cut, and we got resisted by a Juno. So if Ciara doesn't land this bomb, we're in trouble. Okay, now we're good. We had to get that Juno. But we also had a proc in there, so we're starting to run out of our immunity pretty quickly. I still think we're good. I think. But that John's about to provoke me. We need this to die. It didn't die, but she went invincible, so that's okay. Can we get a strip? Got the strip. Now we're good. Yeah. It wasn't close, but it felt close. I got to admit, it felt close. The way the RNG has been going this week, to get you know that Juno had 15 resistance. Like, you know that Juno had no resistance on it whatsoever. Because why would you ever put resistance on a Juno? You want Juno to get negative attribute or negative effects on it. Since then, she gets her AoE heal. But anyway, we are good to go. We're moving on to the next fight. Okay, for our last fight, I want to try something new. I built this Surtur. I really haven't used him yet. So I'm thinking about trying this Kamoon Surtur Lauren. And the idea here with my speed tuning, my Kamoon's at 244. The Lauren's going to be up at 265. So Lauren would be able to hit that Odin first. The question here is at 219, but with the speed lead 243, will the Surtur outspeed the Aegir? Because as long as it does, then I should be able to strip if I need to, but defense break the Skogul either way. Hit it once with my Kamoon, who's in a crit damage build, and then finish it with the Surtur. And if I do that, then even though I've got the Aegir, I think the Lauren can control the Aegir and allow me to survive even with 2 fire monsters against the Aegir. Obviously, the Triana will be able to heal the defense. So we did have will. We did get our strip. Here's our first hit. And now let's see if we can finish this through the Triana passive. And we did. So that worked out perfectly. Now we'll see if I was right about the Lauren being able to control that Aegir. That's going to be the big question. Let's see. So we got a stun chance here. Whoa, 18k. That was nice. I guess we just take the kill, right? Yeah, pop the salvation song. That worked out really nice. And for what it's worth, I took this base that we're fighting had 5 all Triana, all Aegir Triana Skoguls, and I took the toughest of the 5. This one had the best record of the 5. It was like 24 and 21 or something like that. So it wasn't just like a poorly runed team. That was a really effective comp. I'm pretty happy with finding a new comp. I think we'll be using that a little bit more often in the future. Okay, so that is it for today's Siege. A little bit of a rough start, but we did win out from that point on. Hope you guys were able to find a couple of new comps or get a couple of new ideas from today's video. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time. Hey guys, if you enjoyed the video, please pop that subscribe button over on the left. It shows me that you enjoyed the video, but more importantly, it shows me that you found the information useful and hopefully it helped you in your gameplay. So here's the deal. You pop subscribe and I'll keep popping out content. Thanks guys.